Good morning. My name is Lasha Barbosa. Welcome back to day 2 of Remove Lasha's Brain Tumor on GoFundMe and YouTube and Facebook. My campaign has been open for 1 day, and in 1 day I have raised $1,000 towards my goal of $110,000 for my brain surgery coming up this May 2018. A huge thank you to all my family and friends for such generous donations in the past 24 hours. This surgery wouldn't be possible without your help and your love and your support. Huge thank you to everybody. Mwah, mwah, thank you. Today, I do want to focus on this campaign and what it means to me, and not just myself. I was diagnosed in January of this year with a pineal gland cyst tumor and a posterior pituitary lesion in my brain. In April, I lost eyesight in my right eye. I ceased working in April due to pain, the loss of eyesight, and I was put on multiple medications. I was then sent to Toronto to receive help from specialists, neurosurgeons, ophthalmologists, chronic pain management clinic, rheumatologists. You name it, I saw them. I had multiple doctors tell me that the pineal gland cyst tumor is a problem. But in Canada, they won't do anything about this tumor, and they will not remove it until it's blocking the cerebral spinal fluid from getting into the brain, which would cause a seizure, which could even cause death. Very high possibility, but that is the standards that Canada has put in place for neurosurgeons for removing the pineal gland cyst, and that they won't go in there and remove it for no other reason. I am not the first Canadian to have dealt with this. In fact, I have multiple news feeds of Canadians that have gone through this, have sold everything to get the surgery done in the United States. And the Canadian doctors here telling them to wait and telling them that this surgery is unnecessary, that the pain and the suffering they're in has nothing to do with the tumor, and that they won't go in and do the surgery for no reason. Well, the news feed that I'm actually going to put in below this video here is all about 2 Canadians. One who's from British Columbia, his name is Tom Kettering. He and his wife sold everything they owned in order to pay for the removal of the pineal gland cyst tumor in his head in the United States because Canada would not remove his tumor. In fact, they even have it quoted here that one doctor said it's not ethical to cut into Tom Kettering's brain for no reason. Tom Kettering said, well, there is a reason. There are symptoms. It's completely taken away my quality of life. I can't function anymore. Then they asked the neurologist in Vancouver, if this tumor is not causing the problem, then what is? And the neurologist said, I have no idea. You've tried everything at this point. I don't know what to tell you. That's when he and his wife, Christina Jones, paid for 2 private MRIs that showed a cyst on the pineal gland in the middle of Kettering's brain, and they sold everything in order to remove it and get this gentleman's life back. As well, a Calgary University student named Christina Waldmore is also another one of us. She puts here in quotes, I was in pain all the time, severe headaches all the time, nausea, vomiting, dizziness, visual problems. I had to stop going to school, to work, to my volunteer position. I was stuck at home in pain, not able to do anything. After 4 years of trying to go through the Canadian system, her parents actually remortgaged their home and held fundraisers to pay for Christina's procedure in the United States. As soon as she woke up, she said her visual symptoms were gone, and months later, she had her life back. I'm not the first person to deal with this, as you can see. We have a young university student in Calgary who had to drop out of school. Her parents had to refinance their home in order to pay for her surgery down in the United States. We have a gentleman from Vancouver and his wife selling everything they own, their house, every bit of furniture, in order to pay for the removal of this pineal gland cyst tumor. Both of these people came out symptom-free. They are living lives again. They are working again. They have friends again. They're back in school. Yet Canada insists this is not a problem. A pineal gland cyst is not a problem until you're seizuring on the ground, dying. Our Canadian medical system is a business, a very kind and ethical business from one perspective, providing everyone with health care. That's wonderful. What isn't wonderful is when it comes down to an expensive surgery that people need, but since it's not cancerous, they will not perform. It's put to the bottom of the list until you are seizuring on the ground. Oh, you're in pain? Let's deal with the pain. Let's not deal with the problem. I'm constantly being thrown band-aids. I am not being dealt with the way that we should deal with a brain tumor. This pineal gland cyst has ruined my life. Since I was 19 years old, I have suffered from severe pressure in my head. I've lost eyesight in my right eye. I have ceased working since April of this year due to the pain. And my last medical appointment in Toronto was to a chronic pain management clinic. Lucky for me, I was put on cannabis oil, but they wanted to go the opioid route. And there's a huge problem right now with the opioid route, and we've all seen it on the news. People are becoming addicted, overdosing, killing themselves just to get rid of pain. So currently I'm on cannabis oil, and I've been asked to try it to deal with the pain. Every one of my doctors has acknowledged that the pineal gland cyst is a problem, but only few of them have told me that Canada will not operate on me until the cerebral spinal fluid stops flowing to my brain. From March to July, my brain tumor has grown 2 millimeters, yet that is not enough of a growth for them to remove my brain tumor. Instead, every 6 months, they want me to go in for another MRI and monitor the growth. Monitor it until one day I collapse and have a seizure. Tom Kettering from Vancouver and Christina Waldman from Calgary have all gone through what I have been through, and both of them sold many things. Families made big sacrifices, and they are now symptom-free, pain-free, because of a surgery that should be allowed in Canada. I want to bring awareness to all Canadians. I want everyone to understand that brain tumors go hand in hand with mental health. You can't see the pain I'm in. You can't feel the pain I'm in. It's not a broken arm. It's not a broken leg that's so in your face that you can't miss it. It's in my head. And only I know what I go through. Only Christina Waldman knew what she was going through. Only Tom Kettering knew what he was going through. You can't relate to it because you can't see it. It's too hard. I know what you're going through. I know the pain that people suffer with these pineal gland cysts. And I want to bring awareness to the Canadian government that this is a problem. And we shouldn't have to wait until people are seizuring on the ground to get a surgery. Please help me spread the word through my campaign by hitting the like button down below on my YouTube video. Please subscribe to my YouTube video. That would help spread the word of the pineal gland cyst tumors to the rest of Canada and bring awareness to what tumors do to your mental health. I ask that you also make time to go onto my GoFundMe page if you find it in your heart to provide me with a donation. I would greatly appreciate it. My surgery is coming up this May 2018 down in Houston, Texas. It is $110,000, and I'm saving up to help pay some of that off. If you can't provide me with a donation, please like my video, share my video, spread the word so other Canadians in the future don't have to spend the money that Tom and Christina and I have all had to dish out in order to get this surgery done. Let's bring some justice to our Canadian medical system, and let's spread the word and put pressure on them to revisit the guidelines, the criteria for removing a pineal gland cyst tumor. Let's bring about more awareness and research into the pineal gland cyst and what it causes and the pain that it causes in people's lives, in their brains, in their hearts, in their souls. Let's work together, you guys, and let's bring a change to our Canadian medical system. I can't thank you all enough. I am currently working on some art in order to bring about brain tumor and mental health awareness. Please keep an eye out, and I will talk to you all very soon. Take care of yourselves, and thank you so much for supporting me in my journey and this adventure.